and pen. We'll be discussing some mathematics questions today. And I hope everybody is writing the JEE practice test, which is happening on Sundays. So yes, I'm trying to share the screen. So if you're able to view it, just type a yes in the chat box. I hope the screen is visible. Is it?
Yes, ma'am, your screen is visible.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So I hope we can start now. Yes. So this is the first question. I hope everybody has seen this question. It's a common question, a previous year JEE question. If the coefficient of x cube and x raised to 4 in the expansion 1 plus ax plus bx square multiplied by 1 minus 2x whole raised to 18 in powers of x are both 0, then AB is equal to. It's given that the coefficient of x cube and x raised to 4 in this expansion is 0. So you need to find out the value of here A and B. So how you're going to find this out? So students, you can just start solving this question. I would advise you to start from your own side, and then you can check where you if something is wrong, where you get stuck and all. So just start doing the problem from your own side. Just start taking initiative. So it's a very simple problem. The basic, I'm sorry, the basic formula that we have studied. I would say somebody have studied it as x plus a whole raised to n, maybe 1 minus x whole raised to n. We have studied the formula, right? So you can just apply the formula. You can expand this part. Then you can check for the coefficients of x cube and x raised to 4. I'm so sorry for the voice today. So you can expand it as nc0 x raised to n a raised to 0, nc1 x raised to n minus 1 a raised to 1, nc2 x raised to n minus 2 a square x, etc. You can expand it up to 18. The power is given as 18. So up to that term you can expand. It's like no need to write all of them, but you can expand up to those terms. You can combine it with these, and then you can write for the coefficients of x cube and sorry, x raised to 4. So here what will be the expansion? It will be something like 18c0 minus 18c1 2x, 18c2 2x square plus etc. 18c18. Up to that you will get it. So which all terms you need to consider? They're asking you the coefficients of x cube and x raised to 4. So when you're expanding, which all terms you have to consider? So once you are multiplying this with 1, you have to consider the x cube and the x raised to 4. Straightly you have to write the coefficients. When with x, you have to, when with ax multiplied with ax, you have to consider x square part for x cube and x cube part for x raised to 4. Similarly, for x square also you need to consider the x part and the x square part. So I've not written all of them in detail, so you can just expand it and you can start, you can start assigning the coefficients. So once you have this very simple logic, it's very easy to solve this question. Because it's a direct question, you need to find out the value of A and B. So just, you'll get two equations after equating the coefficients, that two both equal to 0. So once you solve these two equations, you have the value of A and B. And here in the options, you can see it's very confusing. So there is 16 and 14. 272 by 3, 251 by 3, 251 by 3, 272 by 3. So it's either 16 or 14 for A, or it's either 272 by 3 or 251 by 3. So which is the combination? That is something you need to find out. So I'll just check in the option. Is there any students have completed it? I'm waiting for your replies in the chat box. Then we'll start discussing this question again. So I could see a lot of newly joined students here. Yes, Harish. I think Srija Ramaswamy, Sanjana. I think you have started doing it. Sanusha. I hope you got the basic idea. I'll just show the question once again. If the coefficients of x cube and x raised to 4 in the expansion 1 plus ax plus bx square multiplied by 1 minus 2x whole raised to 18. So what you need to understand it is the format. 1 minus 2x raised to 18. What you can do with that? Will you be able to arrange it in any other form? If you are able to do it, you need to arrange it, you need to expand it, then you need to just multiply it and you need to equate for the coefficient. It's a very simple question. So when it comes to a competitive examination, it's just plus 3 or plus 4 marks. And you need to be careful, really careful with the mathematical part, because you could see the option 14, 16, and other two combinations. So I think we can just discuss the answer part. Is there anyone who have completed the question? If yes, or if you're trying, you can type that in the chat box. I'm looking into it. Okay, somebody have asked me to show the question once again. Yes, obviously. Those newly joined students, this is the question. If you want, you can just take a screenshot of this, or I would say after the whole session is over, it's available in our YouTube channel. We'll be posting it between 3 to 4 days after the session is over. All the previous videos of JEE is also available there. If you have any doubts in between, you can raise your hand so that I'll be able to address it. So sorry. So I think we can answer the question. I hope every student who is here in this session with me has to answer this question along with me. So this is what is given in the question. So once you're expanding these terms, when it comes to coefficient of x cube, you'll have these terms. Because it's 2 cube s cube, so you'll get, once you equate the coefficient, you'll get an equation in terms of a and b. So you can name that as equation 1 and you can go for the equating part of coefficient of x raised to 4. And one more thing, be cautious about the sign because this is 1 minus 2x whole raised to 18. It's 1 minus 2x. The expansion is important. 18c0 minus 18c1 2x plus 18c2 2x square, 18c3 2x cube up to 18c18.
Ma'am, are you there?
Yes, yes, tell me.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, your voice is not audible.
is it better now, ma'am?
Yeah, yeah,
I hope
now
it's
it's
better
fine.
now. Yes, okay. So in the first case, when we are equating, we have the coefficients of x cube as this term will be 18c0, 18c1 2x plus 18c2 2x square. So it will be minus 18c3 2q plus a into 18c2 2 square minus b into 18c1 2. So solve this. You have an equation. Name it as equation maybe 1. You have two unknown terms a and b, which you have to find out after solving this question. Same thing has to happen here. You need to equate the coefficient for the x raised to 4. So once you equate, you, you will have another equation with two unknowns a and b. So once you have the two equations, these are the two equations, you can just simply solve this 2 and you will get the value of a and b. So here a is 16 and b is 272 by 3. Maybe towards the next 1 or 2 sessions, I could receive one comment from a student. That's like if I'm writing it, it would have been better. So I have ordered for a writing pad. So maybe in the next session, we can have it in that way. Okay. Can we move on to the second question? Is there any doubt in the first one? If yes, do type in the chat box. I'm waiting for your replies. Shyam Yogesh, I think it's Saksham Yogesh. Sorry. Krishna, is there any doubt? I hope Srivastav, you were able to solve the question. Is there any doubt which you are facing? If yes, do type in the chat box. Okay. Okay. So yes, I think we. I'm so sorry. We can move towards the next question. These type of question always used to come in competitive examination. F2 into integral of 0 to 1 tan inverse x dx is equal to integral of 0 to 1 cot inverse 1 minus x plus x square dx. So I have something which is given and they're asking me to find out integral of 0 to 1 tan inverse 1 minus x plus x square dx. They're asking me to find out integral of 0 to 1 tan inverse 1 minus x plus x square dx. So think how we are going to solve this. Something which is given in the question is 2 into integral 0 to 1 tan inverse x. I want to find out integral 0 to 1 tan inverse 1 minus x plus x square dx. So just assume or just think how we are going to solve it. This is the second question. See the options. Something related to log is there, log 2, log 4. So pi by 2 plus log 2 or maybe pi by 2 minus log 4 or log 4. These are the options. So I hope everybody can see the question. If there is any issue, you can just tell it or type it in the chat box. There is a relation between tan inverse and cot inverse. How I'll be able to reframe it in such a way that I'll be able to find out integral of 0 to 1 tan inverse 1 minus x plus x square dx. This is what you should think. How you can manipulate what is given in the question in such a way that you'll be able to get into the answer. I hope you're doing it. I think we can just start discussing the question. Yes. What is given is this expansion. Will I be able to write this as pi by 2 minus tan inverse of 1 minus x plus x square? This is possible, right? So whatever is there in the question, you got it in just one part, just one step. 2 into integral of 0 to 1 tan inverse x dx equal to integral of 0 to 1 cot inverse 1 minus x plus x square dx. You can write this as I'm sorry, integral of 0 to 1 pi by 2 minus tan inverse of 1 minus x plus x square. So now how you will be able to rearrange this? You can move this pi by 2 to this side. So how this expansion of this term will look like? Here it will be integral of 0 to 1 tan inverse 1 minus x plus x square dx equal to, this side it will be pi by 2 minus 2 into integral of 0 to 1 tan inverse x dx. It's the simple mathematical integration part. This is something which you need to find out. This is the simple integration which you know. So thus you can use maybe integration by parts. You can assume it as tan inverse x into 1 and you can solve it. So here this will be pi by 2 minus 2. This, the term will be x into tan inverse x minus 1 by 2 into log of 1 plus x whole square. You have the limits here, it's 1 to 0. So it's something like, if you know how to manipulate the things, how to rearrange these things, then you will be able to solve this question within minutes. So it will not consume a lot more time from your side. So how this term will look like? It will be x into tan inverse x minus 1 by 2 into, this term will be actually what? Integral of 0 to 1 to x by 1 plus x whole square. So you have to write this as log of 1 plus x square. And here the limit is there from 0 to 1. Now you can simply apply the limit from 1 to 0. So what this term will be? This term will be pi by 4 minus 1 by 2 into, this term will be log 2 minus 0. So we have this whole term as pi by 2 minus 2 into pi by 4 minus 2 into 1 by 2 into log 2. So these two terms will get cancelled. This 2 and 2 will get cancelled and you have the answer which is log 2. I hope this question is also common and it's something which you have an idea about. Do I need to explain it again? If yes, you can type in the chat box or we'll move to the next question. Yes, I think somebody have already answered it in the chat box. So it's completely fine if you're not able to get the answer maybe in the first try, because you are learning a lot of things. Maybe for all the 11th portions, you're not able to recollect it and you're preparing for your 12th. So understand it's completely fine. Start studying, start answering, take one question, understand what's the methodology, what's the formula, then start doing it. Can we move towards the next question? I hope everybody got the answer. I think some students have typed option B. Yes, it's option B. The answer is option B. It's correct. So I think Darshan, Chaitanya, Krishna, Rohit, everybody, Sai Chaitanya, everybody got the answer. If there is anything which you wish to ask, maybe you can ask it towards the end of the session or maybe in between you can type in the chat box. Yes. So moving on to the next question. The variance of first 50 even natural numbers. This question can be anything. Variance of first 100 odd numbers or anything. But this is also a type of question which comes in competitive exam because it requires some mathematics which can consume your time. Some calculation which can consume your time. This is one of those type of questions. So yes, I hope everybody knows the answer here and this is also a common question. 833 by 4, 833, 437, 437 by 4. The variance of first 50 even natural numbers. I'm so sorry. Yes. I think some students have started answering it. If you have any doubts, you can just raise your hands or maybe you can type in the chat box. Is the question visible, children? I hope it does. So think about what's the formula of variance that you have studied. You need to think about something related to series and all, but before that, what's the formula of variance that you have studied? Xi minus x bar the whole square by n, right? So if you have this single formula, it's really easy to solve this question. So how many of your think how many numbers will be there? Variance of first 50 even natural numbers. What will be the range? What will be the series? It will be something like it starts with 2468, something like 9800. It will go like that, right? Once you have these numbers and once you have this formula, it's just the substitution. Just the substitution that are needed. So what is variance? Which is sigma square, which is equal to xi minus x bar the whole square by n. Or you can write this as sigma xi whole square by n minus x bar square. So what is x bar? It's the total by the value n. So what's the total? It's 2468 up to 100 divided by 50. So you can take this 2 outside so that you can apply the formula n into n plus 1 by 2. What is n here? N is 50. So 50 into 51 by 2. Here you have a 2 and 50 here. So this will get cancelled and you have this value 51 here. So you know now what is x bar. Now what is xi square by n? So here we know the value, right? This can be 2, 4, 6 or 8 or anything up to 100. So 2 square plus 4 square plus 6 square plus etc. up to 100 square by 50. So here you can take 2 square outside. So you'll have the remaining terms here. So here it's the squares equation. N into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. So you can use that formula, you can substitute it. So you have this term as 3434. So now applying the formula, this will be 3434 minus 51 square. So what is the answer? It is 833, which is, sorry, I think option B. I think somebody has typed in the chat box. Yes, some students have already received the answer. Okay, it's too good that a lot of students have received the answer. Some students are newly joined now. Okay, it's completely fine. So I'll just show this question once again. You can start answering this question. You can start from here. The variance of first 50 even natural numbers is. I think almost half of the count got the answer because a lot of students are there in the chat box who have typed the answer as 833. For those who have now joined, you can just note down the question now. And maybe towards then you can just do it. Okay. Just an idea on what's the formula, substitute the term, obtain the answer. Now I think we'll move on. So we are moving to question number 4. This is a very simple question. Please give me the answer. If the angle of elevation of the top of a tower from 3 collinear points A, B and C on a leading line of the foot of the tower, their angles are given as 30 degree, 45 degree and 60 degree. So with A, it's 30 degree, B, it's 45 degree and with C, it's 60 degree. You need to find the ratio of AB and BC. So just a single diagram is enough to solve this question. It's something which is showing related to the angle of elevation of the top of a tower from 3 collinear points. They have given 3 collinear points. It's collinear. A, B and C on a line. It leads to the foot of a tower and the angles are given as 30 degree, 45 degree and 60 degree respectively. They want you to find out the ratio AB is to BC. What's the ratio AB is to BC? So you'll be able to understand it easily when you just have a small diagram from your side. You'll be able to understand it easily when you have a small diagram from your side. So just draw it. And from the diagram, if you have the diagram, it's very easy. What is AB, what is BC, how you can find it. So just start doing. Just start doing this question. If any of you have received the answer, you can just type that in the chat box. I'm waiting for your replies. So don't get panic. You have enough time. If the first time if you're drawing the diagram, if it goes wrong, okay, just try again and understand what is AB and BC. Understand what is AB and BC and solve it. Angle of elevation of the top of a tower from three collinear points A, B, and C on a line leading to the foot of the tower at 30 degree, 40 degree, and 50 degree respectively. Then the ratio AB is to BC is. What is the ratio? AB is to BC. Yes, I think somebody have answered. It's root 3 is to 1. Okay, it's Karthik, I think. Karthik have replied. Sai Chaitanya has also replied. It's root 3 is to 1. Okay. Okay. So let's see how it works. Same this type of question with the tower concept, with the aeroplane. Lot of similar type of questions are there. Okay. So I hope almost all of you have solved the question. So yeah, let's discuss how we are going to solve it. I'm sorry. Yes. This is something which is very common. It's like they have given you A, B, and C and the angles 30, 45, 60. And these are collinear and it meets the tower. That also they told. So I just named it PQ. And you can assume this as H. It's the height. So you can simply solve this whole question by using something called tan theta. So consider the triangle PQA. What is tan theta? It's PQ by AQ. What the question is asking, it's AB is to BC. So if you need to find this, you need to have this whole and then you can subtract each one. This is the method or this is the easiest way to solve this question. So here, what is tan theta? It will be PQ by AQ. So this will be tan 30. So 1 by root 3 equal to H by AQ. From this, you can have AQ in terms of H, that is root 3H. Now consider the next triangle, which is PBQ. So here you have tan 45, which is H by BQ, which is something like PQ by BQ, which is H by BQ. It's 1 is equal to H by BQ. So you got H is equal to BQ. Now consider the next triangle PQC or PCQ. Here tan 60 equal to root 3, which is equal to PQ by QC. Here this is H by QC. Here also you have the value of, maybe I would say QC or CQ as H by root 3. So now what you initially have is, you have BQ, you have AQ, you have CQ. Just simply subtract these terms. So what is AB? How you will be able to write AB? AB can be AQ minus BQ. You have those two terms, right? AQ and BQ. What is something called BC? What is something that is called as BC? It could be BQ minus CQ. So BQ minus CQ equal to the next one. So you can simply substitute whatever you have found in terms of H and the I'm sorry, this HH will get cancelled and you have the ratio as root 3 is to 1. I think a lot of students have answered it correctly and the correct option for this question is option A. I hope you understood how you need to solve this question. If you have any doubts, just type this in the chat box. I'll just show this question once again. If you have any doubt, you can just type it in the chat box. So this is the question. I'm just looking into the chat box. If there is any doubt, yes, please do respond. You need to consider each of them individually. Just with the Chan function, you'll be able to find out this. Now I think we'll move on to the next question because I think it's easy. This is also an interesting type of question which always used to come in the exam. The sum of intercepts on the coordinate axis of the plane which passes through the point -2, -2, 2 and contains the line joining the points 1, -1, 2 and 1, 1, 1. What the question is asking, it's asking you to find out sum of intercepts of coordinate axis of the plane. First part. The question is asking you to find out sum of intercepts of coordinate axis of the plane. So you have a plane. Second part is it passing through the sum of intercepts of coordinate axis of the plane. They pass through a point. So this point is in the plane. Minus 2 and 2. This is in the plane. And it also has a line which joins 2 points 1, -1, 2, 1, 1, 1. So you could see that all these things are in the plane. And they're asking you to find out sum of intercepts on the coordinate axis of the plane. So you have the line, you have the plane, you have the point. How we are going to find it? Just think, this is also a common type of question which is there in the competitive examination. So we have the option, it's 4, -4, -8, 12. You have negative values here. So as the coordinate, so can the answer be positive and how you're going to solve it? So just think and then we can start discussing. So just think where you can start. What all things are given in the question? There is a point, there is a line, the 2 points are given, there is a plane. I need to find sum of intercepts on the coordinate axis of the plane. And it has to pass through the plane and it also has the line for which we have all the values, all the coordinates are given. So just think how is it possible, how you're going to solve it. If anybody is having an idea about how to solve it or what is the answer, you can just type that in the chat box. Yes, Srihari, the answer for the previous question is true. It's √3:1. Now I think it's clear for everybody. You can just think on how you're going to solve this question. What's the methodology? What all is given in the question? Just list out, think how you can reframe it such a way that you will be able to get what is asked in the question. Okay. I think Srivardhan have typed the answer. Is it -4? So let's see whether it's -4 or not. And I would advise, as the exam is by this month end, I would advise you to solve the previous year question papers, which plays a very important role. Okay. So what all is given in the question, I have just arranged it. And I would say these are the 2 points of the line and this is the another point. So I have just renamed or I have just named the 3 points in the plane as A, B and C, where BC forms the line and A is the point. Okay. Now what I need to find is I need to find the equation of the plane. So from where I can start is, if this is the concept, I can find out the normal vector. I can start by finding the normal vector. So this will be something like this is a plane, there is a point and there is a line. So you can join these points and then you can form the, or then you can find out the normal vector. So what will be the normal vector? We have assumed BC is the line and A is the point. It will be AB cross AC. So I have the point AB and AC. So I'll be able to find out the vector AB and vector AC. So what this value will be? This is I minus j plus 2k. This is minus 2i minus 2j plus 2k. So you just solve it and you'll have AB as 3i plus j. The second one is this and this. So this is minus 2i minus 2j plus 2k, and this is I plus j plus k. So you have AC as 3i plus 3j minus k. So once you have these two values, then you will be able to find out the cross. So it is something like ijk. The first one is 3, 1 and the k is 0. And the second one is 3, 3 and minus 1. So you can solve this and you can have the value as minus I cap plus 3j cap plus 6k cap. So once you have the value of n, you know the equation, right? The general format. What is it? It's xi plus yj plus zk dot n, that is a normal vector, is equal to d. Now what we can do is, we have the value of n, we can substitute it here. We can try to find out this value of d. So once you substitute this, you can just look here. That's xi plus yj plus zk. This is minus I plus 3j plus 6k. So what this will be? This will be minus x plus 3y. This will be plus 6z. So this is equal to d. Now we are going to consider the point that we have. That is c, which is 1, 1, 1. So once you substitute this value here, it will be minus 1 plus 3 plus 6, which is equal to d. So what's the value? It's 9 minus 1, which is 8. So once you have this value, as you have the idea about the general format, what is the general format? It's x by a, y by b, z by c. You can express it in this way. It's minus x by 8 plus 3y by 8 plus 6z by 8, which is equal to 1. So you have this equation. Now what can be the coordinates? What can be the values of x, y and z? X can be minus 1, y can be 8 by 3 and z can be 8 by 6. The question asked me to add these intercepts, or asked me to find out the sum of them. So it will be minus 8 plus 8 by 3 plus 8 by 6. So this will be minus 4. I hope it's clear. I'll just show the question once again. There may be some students who feel confused about this question. So I'll just show it again from where we started. So these are the 3 points which is given. So I hope it's fine up to this. Now you have the line and the point. You're going to find out the normal vector. Once you have the normal vector, you know the general equation. You're going to substitute for it. you're going to find out the value of d. Then you're going to find out the value of the intercepts. You're going to add all of them. That's what the question is asking you to find out. I think nobody have typed in the chat box, so I'm just waiting for your reply, students. If this is fine, we can move towards the next question. It's a basic and an easy question, but you need to, I would say you need to understand. Yeah, these type of questions are there, so I need to do it this way. So this is how I should answer the question. This is from where I should start. This is how I should change, or I should understand things. So this will only come to you when you start answering questions. Yes, I think. Okay. Now moving on, we have another question. Yes. Which asks you to find out the interval. If the point 1, 4 lies inside the circle x square plus y square minus 6x minus 10y plus p equal to 0, sorry, minus 10y plus p equal to 0, the point that has to be noted is that the circle does not touch or intersect the coordinate axis. It will not touch the x or the y axis. We need to find the set of all the possible values of p That too, we need to find the interval for the values. If the point 1, 4 lies inside the circle x square plus y square minus 6x minus 10y plus p equal to 0, and the circle does not touch or intersect the coordinate axis, then the set of all possible values of p is in the interval. Is it 0 to 25, 25 to 39, 9 to 25, or 25 to 29? So think how you can solve this question. Think on which method you can use to solve this question. So I hope the screen is visible to everybody. You can just think on what will be the answer, how you're going to solve it, and then we can start discussing it. I'm so sorry for the voice and disturbance today. I'm actually down with fever, so that's why. Kindly bear with it. It's given that the point 1, 4 lies inside the circle. The equation is given. And the point is that circle does not touch or intersect the coordinate axis, the x or the y part. We need to find the set of all the possible values of p. What is the interval? What is the range in which the set of possible values are there? I could not see anyone. Okay, is it 2539? So let's check. Yes, somebody have typed. I think Rohit have typed it. I hope you got the answer as 25.9. I think somebody is there who's not on mute. So kindly unmute. It's like some causing some disturbance here. If there are any students who are not on mute, kindly mute from your side. Okay. So yes, we'll start thinking about how to solve this question. So I've just written something which is important. That is something called understanding the question. I have a circle. The equation of the circle is given, and they have clearly mentioned that it's not touching any of the axes. There is a point which is 1, 4 which lies inside the circle. So what I'm planning to do is, I know the general equation of circle, right? And I'm going to find, okay. So what the question is asking, to find the range of values of P, or I would say all the possible values of P. We need to find the interval, whether it's 0 or 25 or 0 or 9, what are the interval it might be. So I have a general equation of the circle. So comparing these equations, I'll be able to find out, the formulas, right? Once you study the this equation, the circle chapter, you know what, how to find out the center of the circle, what's the formula and all. So this is our general equation. So from this, we can have an idea what is the value of G and what is the value of F. So C is minus G minus F. So here it's 2G, which is equal to minus 6. So G will be equal to minus 3. Similarly, to F is equal to minus 10. So F is equal to minus 5. So I have the center of the circle as 3 and 5. It's minus minus, so this both the values will be positive. So I have the center of the circle as 3, 5. So I found the first part. I found the center of the circle. That's the first basic one. Once I have the center of the circle, what I know is this. This is a point which lies somewhere. This is the center of the circle and it's not touching any of the axis. I want to find out the value of the P, the interval, the range of value of P. I have to consider something. I need to consider, or I need to solve this question by considering different cases. So the first case is considering the value y, which is 5. So the radius of the circle has to be less than 5. That's the first case. If it's not, it will be touching those coordinates. So it should not touch. So you know the equation of radius, right? R is equal to root of g square plus f square minus c. So here for c, it's p. G and f, you know the values, it's 3 and 5. So once you solve this, you can have a something like, here we are taking the value of r as 5, which is less than 5. So here you will have 5 is greater than root of, this thing will be 34 minus p. So 25 is greater than 34 minus p. So p is greater than 9. The first condition I got. Similarly, I have something for the x-axis also. It has to be less than 3. So here, what it will be? 3 will be greater than root of 34 minus p. This is 9. So solving it, you have the value which is greater than 25. So it's greater than 9, it's greater than 25. So it's greater than 25. That is okay. Now the third one is, on the third condition, which most of the students forget to consider is, I'm sorry, 0.14, which lies in the circle. So again, you have the 2 points. You can calculate the distance between them. It's just 3 minus 1 whole square plus 5 minus 4 the whole square. So it will be root 5. So what the value will be? Root 5 is less than root 34 minus p. So here you can have 5 is less than 34 minus p. So here 34 and 5, you'll have the value 29. So you got the values as greater than 9, greater than 25. You got the values less than 29. So how the range will be? It will be from 25 to 29. It will be 25 less than P less than 29. From 25 to 29. That will be the range. So whenever a question is asking, or whenever a question of this format comes, you need to consider all the criteria before you solve it. So I hope this question is clear. If you have any doubts or any queries, you can just type that in the chat box. So if you want me to repeat the question, I'm ready to do it. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next question. If you give me a yes, I'll move on. Otherwise, yeah. Okay, some students have typed this is the option. Yes. Okay. So yes, moving on to the next question. This is question number 7. Two tangents are drawn from a point which is minus 2 minus 1 to the curve. It's given as y square is equal to 4x. If alpha is the angle between them, then what is tan alpha? What is tan alpha? And I would say all these are previous year questions. Is it 1 by 3, 1 by root 3, or 3? And for those people who are preparing for JEE, it's not like you have to refer the previous 1 or 2 year question papers. You need to go beyond that also. So see how you're going to solve this question. What is given in the question is two tangents are drawn from the point -2, -1 that's drawn to the curve y square equal to 4x. They have given alpha as the angle between them. What is tan alpha? So sorry. Yes. I'll give you just 2 minutes to recollect what is there, how you're going to solve it. Then we'll start discussing. Just read the question carefully. So I hope we can start solving it. So what's here given in the question is y square equal to 4x, right? So we know it's y square equal to 4x. So here the value of a is 1. Another point which is given in the question is two tangents are drawn from this point to this curve. And we have the angle alpha between them. So you need to remember equation of the tangent. What is it? Y is equal to mx plus a by m. You know what is m, what is a, right? They have given us the point from which the tangent is drawn, which is -2, 1. So I'm going to substitute for x and y. So this will be 1 is equal to -2m plus a by m. Once you frame an equation, we can get two roots here. It's either m1 or m2. It could be 1 by 2 or 1. Now what's the angle? What's the equation for the angle? What is tan theta? It's m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. So you have the value of both of them. It's 1 by 2 and -1. So this could be 1 by 2 minus -1 by 1 plus 1 by 2 into -1. So it's just simple mathematics. You can solve it. And you can have the value as 3. Tan alpha is equal to 3. And I hope it's the option D. It's the option D. Just go through the question once again. This is the equation. We know the value of A. We know the equation of tangent. We have the point from which it is drawn. We are going to substitute it. We are going to find out the two roots. Once these roots are there, I know how to find out the angle, the tan value. So tan theta is equal to m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. So you can just substitute this and you can solve it. And you have the answer with you. So yes, I hope this question is clear. So those students who just want to look at it again, I have the question here. So just look into it. If you have any doubts, you can just type it in the chat box. So maybe I can repeat it, or else we'll move to the next question. And those students who feel like, yeah, you are not able to get the answers correctly, you just want to refresh it again, you want to get back to it again, I would say we have the recordings of all these things posted in our YouTube channel, maybe after, I would say, 3 or 4 days. So you can just go and check it. Okay. Now I think we'll move on. We have another question which is very simple. Yes. The sum of third and fourth term of a GP is 60. The product of first three terms is 1000. If the first term of this GP is positive, then what about the seventh term? Seventh term, what it will be? It's given as the sum of third and fourth term of GP is 60. Product of first three terms is 1000. If the first term of this GP is positive, then the seventh term is. These type of questions are also really common. I hope you will try to solve it now. Okay. You can just start solving it now, and then we'll start our discussion. Remember all the formulas of repeat that you have studied, the first term, the nth term, and all, and then start doing it. And for all the students who are here in this session, I have one more news to share with you. It's something like we are planning to conduct a course called Refresher Course about some topics which you feel tough in your 12th, completely based on your syllabus of your 12th. Maybe by today night, you will receive a server form asking you to opt for the topic. So kindly do it. So based on the topics that you have selected, we'll be conducting the classes. Yeah, this was just for your information. And yes, you can start doing it. So I think any of you have received the answer. You can just type that in the chat box. Okay. Is it 640? Okay, let's check. You can start doing it and then we'll discuss. Okay. Yeah. How many of you got the answer for 640? What I is given in the question, I have just written it. What are details which are given in the question? Sum of third and fourth term is 60. Product of first three terms is 1000. First term is positive, that is also given. Then what about the seventh term? So nth term, AR raised to n minus 1. We know that, right? We know it could be the common difference or it could be the common ratio, R. So what about the third and the fourth term? AR square and AR cube. So their sum is 60. What about the product? It will be A into AR into AR square. So this will be 1000. So this will be A cube R cube. Once you solve these two, you can get the values of R and A. You'll be able to find out the unknown, maybe any value. So solve for R. Up to you. So you have here A cube and R cube, which is equal to 1000. That is something called AR whole cube. Yeah, the whole cube is equal to this. You can write as 10 cube. So if you want, you can substitute this as A is equal to 10 by R in this equation, and you can find the solutions of R. Oh, I'm sorry. You can find the solutions of R, which is 2 and minus 3. So taking the positive, which is 2, what are you going to do? You know the simple part, right? AR is equal to 10. So substituting for A. R is 2. So what is A? It is 5. So seventh term is AR raised to 6. A is 5. R is, what is the value of R? It's 2 raised to 6. Just multiply it and you have the value as 320, which is option B. So it's a very simple question. So I think you can just look into it again. Yes, so this is it. So is this question clear and can we move towards the next question? I hope so. So this is the next question, and this is also a very simple question, very simple question. Limit of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, etc. up to n by n square They have given n tends to infinity. Yes. Is it 0, infinity, 1 or 1 by 2? Is it 0, infinity, 1 or 1 by 2? Which is the answer? I hope Darshan, Haribabu, Induja, all of them are able to do, Katir, all of them are able to do this questions. Maybe for the initial sometime you'll feel like, yeah, it's something difficult. But it's okay after solving one or two problems. Yeah, you'll get the logic. You'll be able to solve it easily. Yes, this is a very simple question. I want you to answer it. So just give me the answers in the chat box once you're done. So I'm waiting for you to type the option in the chat box. Yes, I think Lokit Krishna. Uh, okay, I'm so sorry. I'm not able to pronounce the name. Sai Chaitanya Haribabu. Lot of students have typed the answer. Okay, let's check. Is it 1 by 2? I don't know. Let's check. So we know the formula, right? N into n plus 1 by 2 by n square. We can take that 1 by 2 outside and solve. Or it could be n square by 2 plus n by 2 by n square. So what the value will be? It will be limit n tends to infinity 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2n. So that term is not there. And the answer for the question is 1 by 2. It's a very simple question. And I would say this is a previous year AEEE question. The question number 10 which I am showing. I don't remember the year, but it's a previous year AEEE question. The first three terms of the sequence are 1 by 3, 5 by 6, and 8 by 6. Then the sum up to the first 9 terms. So we need to find the ninth one. Sorry, you need to find the sum. Is it 21, 20, 22, or 19? You can just give it a try. Identify which one it is, and then you can solve it. So yes, this is the question. First three terms of a sequence, 1 by 3, 5 by 6, and 8 by 6. Think about the ratio or the common difference with which whether you'll be able to do something. The sum up to first 9 terms is it 21, 20, 22, or 19? I'm so sorry. Yes, I could not see anybody typing in the chat box. So I'm waiting for your reply. Okay, it's of the previous question. I think it's 1 by 2. Yes. Now this question, just try to answer it. What is the answer? The first three terms of a sequence 1 by 3, 5 by 6, 8 by 6, sum up to first 9 terms is. Okay. I'm waiting for at least one or two of you to type the answer in the chat box, then we can discuss. Okay, I think a lot of students have typed their answers. Yes, it's good to see. A lot of people are there who are doing the problems along with you. Yes, we can start discussion. Ma'am, am I audible? So I hope everything is fine. I'm so sorry. This was due to network issue. So I'm going to share the screen again. Just hold on. Ma'am, is the question visible?
Yes, 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 ma'am.
Thank you. So we are going to solve this question. That's the final question for the day. Yes. So you got the difference. You know what is A9? A1 plus N minus 1 into D. You can just simply substitute this. This is 1 by 3 plus 8 by 2, which is just 13 by 2. Once you have this value, what is sum? Sn is equal to n into a1 plus an by 2. So thus you know it's 9. Ninth term it's 13 by 3. First term it's 1 by 3. So 9 into 1 by 3 plus 13 by 3 by 2. So it's just 3 into 14 by 2, which is 21. I could see a lot of students have done it correctly. A lot of students got the answer correctly. It's good. That's a previous year AEEE question and also a simple question. So what you need to understand is in every question paper for any competitive examination, there will be different range of questions. There will be this much easy questions, medium questions, and difficult. So you have enough space to answer in all of them. So I hope today's session was clear to all of you and it was useful to all of you. And I would like to just refer to one more thing. It's related to the refresher course which we are going to conduct maybe by next month before your board exams. So, which are topics you have doubt from your syllabus in physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology? You can just opt for the topic. So, which are topics you want us to take? We'll be taking those topics, maybe the problems, previous year questions, the board exam questions also. So, if you have any comments related to this session, you can type that in the chat box. And thank you so much for attending the session. I hope everything was fine, and maybe we can meet during the next week. Thank you all. Thank you so much. If you have anything to type, you can just type that in the chat box. Any suggestion or anything or any doubt, anything, you can just type. Yes. So thank you all. Thank you so much. We can meet during the next session. Thank you. Have a good day.